Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies with your host, Jason Marshall.
Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies. Today I'm joined by a comedian who will be on the podcast stand-up show at Diesel on April 8th at 10 p.m. That'll be at 1914 Edwards Avenue, Springfield, Ohio. It's my best friend in the whole world, Ash Ark.
Hey.
Hi. I thought that was a pretty good way to describe our relationship, don't you?
Absolutely. We've been close for a really long time.
Yeah. We've talked for 5 to 10s of minutes.
Yes.
Off air as well as on air.
Multiple minutes have happened between us.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
A little less than a year. I started taking a right state class.
Sorry. I have a little thing that my phone's propped up on. I went to move it, and everything just fell, so...
He just threw something at me. That's what happened.
Talk faster, damn it.
Can't see this. Well, I took a stand-up comedy class at Wright State just for shits and giggles. Are we allowed to cuss on here?
Yeah.
I have to ask. Well, that's good. And
do more of it if you can.
Absolutely.
People have been complaining there's not enough cussing on the show.
What did the preacher say about it, though?
That was one of the weirdest shows. I really liked having him on. He was a great guest, but I didn't really know what to say. Or
But was it weirder than what's been happening here for the past half hour?
I have been recording all that. That will be up on Wednesday.
Fantastic. I was hoping it was being recorded. It went so well.
We'll have the video on YouTube.
Perfect.
I think that was one of your questions, is whether or not this will be on video, which it's not. But
well, I didn't wear my classy outfit. I have the leggings with the hole in it, so just wanted to double check.
So you've been doing stand-up for about a year now?
A little less than a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think my first show was in April of last year. I was actually on 420, so it was a super exciting day.
Oh, damn.
Yes. Sorry,
we
you
missed it by 12 days. It could have been your anniversary in comedy on that show.
Well, we can pretend. I mean, time is...
It's 420 somewhere.
It's my life philosophy.
I don't know if that works that way.
It can.
I ran into a problem just last week where I was talking to somebody about having them on the show, and we agreed to do it on Tuesday. Well, I wasn't really thinking about it. The guy lives in New Zealand. His Tuesday is my Monday.
Oh, no.
And I was having a really shitty Monday, and I was not in the mood to do a show, and I thought I was doing it the next day. And he was like, "Hey, man, I'm ready to go anytime you are. It's 10 a.m. here." And I thought, fuck. So that was kind of rough, but that was one of the few times where it was actually a whole other day somewhere else when I was doing the show here. It was Monday when I was doing the show. It was Tuesday when he was doing the show.
Hey, it's always Tuesday somewhere, right?
I don't know if we can bump it up 12 days, though, to where it's 420 on April 8th.
Let's see what we can do. I think people will get behind it. It's a good cause.
Yeah, why not? If anybody out there has any idea on how we can make that work, send me an email, jason@wedon'thavecookies.com.
With specific instructions on how to go about this.
Yeah. Do some Superman thing where he rotates the earth or something. I don't know. I didn't watch Superman. I just know that was one of the things he did.
Yeah.
You weren't a Superman person either.
More of a My Little Pony kind of person, but
nice.
Yeah. Same thing, right?
Do you know much about tulpamancers now that you bring that up, My Little Ponies?
No, I know nothing about that. I don't even know what you said.
Okay. It's best you don't. Don't even look into it.
Actually, I would like to discuss this. Can you explain it to me?
What it is, it's basically imaginary pets or friends in the person's head, but they turn them into sentient beings that just go about their own day and do their own thing. They have no control over the imaginary thing that they have wished into life that only they can see.
Is this a sexual preference thing or unrelated?
I don't know what the fuck it is. I just know that bronies, who are guys who like My Little Pony,
yes,
apparently it's really big in their culture.
Oh, okay.
So when you said My Little Pony, I had to ask because I would like to get somebody who's into that on the show someday.
My friend's husband is a brony, so
really?
I will give you his number and you guys can talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask him if he's into tulpamancers.
I will. He's got the
I guess the things are called tulpas, and if you're the person in charge, which I don't know if that's the right way to put it since you have no control over them. They're the tulpamancer.
Gonna Google this later, I promise you.
It's fascinated me. Ever since I found out about these people, I think I've talked about it almost every show. Sorry out there.
Slight obsessions are healthy. It's fine.
Everybody will be thrilled 6 months from now when I'm still doing it and I finally bring one on the show. So what motivates you to do stand-up?
I hate myself.
Okay. Good answer.
Well, I wanted to do it to kind of overcome my fear of public speaking, so I just kept doing it. It's really nerve-wracking and everything, but at the end, it's fun, so.
It is a hard thing to do, to get up in front of people and just, it's not like you're even giving a speech.
No, yeah.
You have to make them like you. If you're just giving a presentation in class, you just get up there, you read what you wrote. It doesn't matter if they like it or not. You just sit down. That's the end of it.
Yes.
But in stand-up, you have to get up there, and the whole point is to make them like you, and that's even tougher.
Yeah, I have problems with that in my personal life. I don't know why I try to get up on stage and do it.
I'm with you there.
Yeah. The good news is it did help with my fear of public speaking, because if I can get up and talk about like diarrhea in front of a room full of people with a microphone, I've been able to talk about everything. So it's actually been pretty obnoxious.
I don't know if I want to ask my next question now. I was going to ask what inspires your jokes. I don't know if I want to know what inspires your diarrhea joke. I don't know. Maybe I do.
What inspires my jokes, my life, like they're not even really jokes. I just kind of talk about things that happen to me and people are like, this is ridiculous. So
you're more of a storyteller type comic?
Yeah, I like to, try to put in a punchline on things and everything, but it's mostly just observational comedy, I guess.
Jim Jeffries is really good at that.
Yes, yeah.
Sometimes the specials, when I watch them, like one joke is about a half an hour. And that kind of gets a little much, but I really like him. He's a really good stand-up.
Yeah, definitely.
Did anybody inspire what way you were going to go, or did you just look at somebody and think that, yeah, they're funny, but you keep just going down your own path because of your own experiences?
Yeah, people give me shit for this, but I love Chelsea Handler just because she just gives no fucks, and that's so inspiring to me. So,
yeah, that's a good person to look up to. I always liked her.
Great role model.
Well, be sure to come out and check out the show if you're in the area. Also on the show is Gary Henry, Jonathan Patterson, and headliner Jonathan Craig, and it'll all be hosted by drag queen Amanda Sue Fuck Punch.
Woo!
No, it's Amanda Sue Punch Fuck.
How did you get that wrong?
Sorry out there. I know it's such a common last name. I got it switched around. I don't know.
I have an uncle with that last name. It is actually extremely common.
Yeah, I think it's Irish.
It sounds very Irish.
I was kicking myself on the way here because I should have had you on last week. It was Ash Wednesday or something.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
I thought so. I'm not big on religious stuff. I just seen somebody on I just happened to get on Facebook last week, and the first picture I saw was a lady I know who had a little X or a T or something on her forehead.
Yeah, the exorcism sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was kind of thrown by that because she doesn't normally post a lot of pictures of herself. And then I read and I was like, oh, it's a religious holiday. So,
what do you know?
So I kind of wish I would have had you on since your name is Ash. It could have been the Ash Wednesday episode.
Wednesday, what? Very little Catholic talk involved, but...
I'm just so clueless when it comes to religion. It never even dawned on me till the day it happened. But that would have been perfect. I'll have to book you this time, last week, next year.
Yes, I'm down.
Okay.
It's already in my calendar. It's scheduled. It's happening.
Nice. I got a question from my last guest.
Okay.
Who actually wasn't really my last guest. If you're a regular listener, I had 4 shows come out last week. It was actually the first and second guest from last week. I don't know if anybody gives a fuck, but just in case you do. If you found that we are indeed living in a simulation and you could hack it, what would you change your life to be?
What?
We were talking about simulation theory on the show where there's a theory out there that we're all just a simulation of somebody. Yeah. Kind of like, you remember SimCity or The Sims or something? That's just what all of this is. And somebody else is just controlling you and...
Quit making me make such terrible decisions. Who is out there doing this?
That's what I said when this first came up. Whoever is simulating me has clearly just walked away for a while.
For the love of God, stop.
At least since I was 8.
Yeah. That's funny. That's the age I say it all went downhill for me, too. 8.
That's kind of bad when you peaked at 8.
Yeah. Well, it was the year the Spice Girl Barbies came out. It was a good year for me. So
most funny I ever had. So is there anything you would want to be doing right now?
Oh God, there's like 1,000 things. This would be a 2-hour show.
That is kind of a loaded question, because there are a million things out there that's better than anything anyone's doing right now, no matter who you are.
Right.
You know? That's kind of a tough one. I'm so unprepared
for this question. It's kind of heavy, yeah?
Yeah. I guess.
Taller.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Assimilate me taller.
I think I would be... I was going to say I think I would be president, just so you would have all the power and you could do whatever. But everybody is so anti-president, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. Like, everybody who was on the right hated Obama. Yeah. And everybody on the left hates Trump. Well, actually, everybody on the left hated Bush. Everybody on the right hated Obama. Everybody on the right and left hates Trump.
Yes.
So I don't think there is any winning in being president anymore. I don't think that's a job anybody really wants now.
Right.
I don't think I would be president. I don't know what I would do.
To be the most hated man in the country.
Yeah. That's a tough job.
I think you'd be a little less hated than like what's happening right now, but you know.
Yeah, I think if I could step into the role of president right now, so he's already been in there and then I come in, that might be a little easier, because people are like, well, let's give this other guy with no experience a shot. Instead of trying to get elected and going through all the bullshit, that would be easier just to step in right now.
You would be worshipped. You're way less orange. People would love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
One thing that annoyed me, I was watching a commercial this week, and I just got back from a vacation, and I stayed in one of these hotels. It was an ad for the Hilton hotels, and they were going through, no matter what kind of vacationer you are, we have a hotel for you. And the commercial ends, and they show all the brands all on one screen. There was 14 of these fucking things.
14?
Which seems like a lot. I don't know why you need 14 different hotel chains under one umbrella.
I mean, it's the Hiltons. Wouldn't it be for the daughters? Doesn't Paris need 14 hotel chains to do whatever she's doing in them?
I forgot she existed. I really did.
I think about her every day for some reason.
Holy shit. That's
my theory.
I don't know why it blew my mind that Paris Hilton existed and I forgot, but it did. I think I might write them and just ask what's going on. It seems like a money laundering scheme or something. Where they're just shuffling the funds around. Why do you need 14?
Will you email me the response? Because I'm curious now, too.
Oh, I'm going to read it on the air.
Yes.
I thought about doing that. Just once a week emailing somebody at a business that I'm really got some questions about. Just reading it all out on the air. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know how entertaining that would be, though.
I would listen to it. I'm kind of curious myself.
It is weird. I mean, 8 is a lot. 14 is just way too much. I don't get it. I guess they just buy up all these little guys and just don't change the name or something.
I don't know. I mean, that's more than a baker's dozen of hotels right there.
Yeah. I almost went to a donut shop the other day, and I was going to buy some donuts, and they always say, yeah, I need a dozen of these or a half dozen of these.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to fuck with the lady.
Yes.
And tell her, give her all these different fractions for the donuts I want.
She's in the back with a napkin and a pen, multiplying out fractions and crying.
I just think that would be so much fun. I have no idea why. I
think you should go through with it.
I probably will one day. It's time for us to take a break, but it's also tax time. If you need help with your taxes, go visit our friends at Tax Time. Just go to taxtimeusa.com. That's TAXTYMEUSA.com.
Children of our forces!
Let me get seared here to hate. We can stand in the autograph line and wait, cause I'm all twerk. I got all day to spit harsh words in this French maid face. You died a virgin, girl. Who you think you messing with? It's Miley Cyrus. I'm the hottest thing since Britney, bitch. I'm getting lifted on that Molly. Get that party turned up. You getting lifted on a steak. Get that body burned up. Had enough? It's my habit. When I grab the mic, I milk it. You could say this rap is like my alter ego, cause I killed it.
Lord, forgive me for the words I speak. I know the voices of the angels tell me turn the other cheek, but I'm about to rip Hannah Montana's tongue out through her teeth. Je suis la fille en feu, call me Katniss Everdeen. When it comes to bad bitches, I'm the patron saint, but I only get down on my knees when it's time to pray. I came to French Ben's aid in the time of need, cause I'm the maid of Orleans, you're the Mardi Gras bees. Honey, my father taught me things your daddy couldn't teach ya. Your highest calling was a text from Wiz Khalifa. You gotta die for something, Miley, just picture your epitaph. Had the world watching, chose to show them all her flat ass. Sweet burn, no pun intended. You're a cross-dressing peasant, betrayed by those you defended. But when I come under fire, I can hashtag handle it. If God's in your corner, girl, you need better management. Do not take the Lord's name in vain, you ratchet skank. Your manager's riding you to the achy breaky bank. Be thankful for your talent, don't just rub it on your crotch. Keep your party in the USA, viva la France.
Who won? Who's that? Who decide? Battles! I'm on the road!
Want to contact the show? Send an email to Jason at wedon'thavecookies.com.
You can also call 929-266-9342 and leave a voicemail. There's a video going around with a group of turkeys that are circling a dead cat in a street. Have you seen that video?
That's my cat.
That is a creepy video. I feel bad for your cat.
That is some sorcery happening right there.
Have you seen the video?
You know what? I saw like a little clip of it. I've seen like pictures of it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I mean,
There's like 30 of these fucking things just circling this cat. It's so weird. And they just keep, I mean, I've seen the whole video. They're just walking around for minutes circling this dead cat. It is so weird.
They're getting revenge. I mean, we knew this would happen for years. They're taking over. What do you think's going through the cat's mind? I mean,
Well, it's dead. So, yeah, that's the other thing.
It's the other problem. What's going through the dead cat's mind?
That's why I was so shocked that it was your cat. You didn't seem very concerned about it being dead anymore.
She's fine.
You seem very proud.
I just have a lot of dead cats wandering around. That's just one of them. It's fine.
You're the dead cat lady. She's got a million cats, but they're all dead. They're in the road. She just throws them out her window.
One step up from being a cat lady.
She's in an apartment with 50 floors. She just chucks them.
Now everybody knows.
Oh my God. That was funny. These turkeys are insane though. I don't know what I would do if I saw that when I was driving down the road. Thank God this person actually took a video.
I mean, it's a good thing this isn't happening in November. It'd be very symbolic. It's a February sacrifice, so it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah, that's true. I saw a thing. I forget what the product's called because I do not plan to purchase it. But it's basically a Fitbit, but it's not by people who make Fitbit. And it's a cock ring. And It tells you how many calories you've burned having sex and your thrust rate all kinds of information.
So you can try to improve every time.
Yeah. It tells you how active you are, which I see a lot of cheating going on with that.
Yes.
I don't know how many guys are going to be comparing their Fitbit cock rings at the bar to show how sexually active they are, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be some cheaters out there.
Technology's really advancing the pissing contest. I mean, you kind of know how active you are sexually. Do you need a Fitbit to tell you, like, you're not doing much?
Yeah.
6 thrusts.
You have to be pretty egotistical to just carry that around and say, hey, man, hook this up to your device. I want to show you how many times I got laid this week.
I mean, does it vibrate or anything, or just...
I don't think so. I think it's just there to make sure that you're getting your thrust proportioned right and see if there's any ways you can improve, which maybe you should just ask the person that you're thrusting into. I don't know. Instead of waiting till you get home to hook it up to your computer, just see if it's normal.
Well, if it's a blow-up doll, then yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I thought that was one of the weirdest inventions that's come out in a while. It never occurred to me, like, man, I wish I had something to tell me what my thrust rate was and how many calories I've burned.
I think it's fantastic. Just in case your blow-up doll doesn't tell you, you know? Just, now you know.
I think it is useful for women if their guy has one of these, because it'll take the awkwardness out of telling them, hey, you know, if you were just a little better in bed. Now he's just like, oh, I see that I don't have the same amount of thrust in a sexual activity as the average man in America or something. Maybe I should speed it up, or I don't know.
The national statistics will get way more specific.
I want to see if there is a database out there that we can check every so often.
And if she thinks he's cheating, she can just check his cock ring Fitbit. Be like, you have 692 extra thrusts in here that I did not count. What is happening?
I hope it actually works that way, where they have to wear it all day. Just like the Fitbit watches.
Yes. Counts urination and everything. 'Cause, I mean, it's bad enough to, like, stop and put on a condom, but, like, stop and put on a Fitbit cock ring and a condom. I mean, that's going to take a couple minutes out of everything.
Yeah. And you have to charge it. So what if it's not charged? You just have to tell her, hold on, let's watch a movie real quick. It takes about an hour and a half for it to get a full charge. And we'll be ready to go.
An extra hour and a half of foreplay, though. I don't know.
That's true.
How you use your time.
That's a good point. I never really thought of it that way. I can't imagine wearing that and actually giving a fuck about anything it has to say. Maybe it's because I'm just old and it doesn't matter to me anymore.
It's irrelevant.
I could see if I was like in high school or maybe in college, it would matter because I'm trying to impress everybody that I come across sexually or something. And you're not really used to it. You know, you don't have a good barometer of how things are supposed to go. Once you get our age, and if you don't get it by now, this isn't going to help you.
This is a marketed toward frat guys type of device.
I don't see anybody in the 40s or 50s buying this product, and it's an eye-opener for them.
Right? You kind of just know.
Yeah.
Your self-awareness kicks in at some point.
Yeah, you've already done everything you're going to do.
It's over. But you're getting one, though, right? Like,
yeah, for sure. Just for research purposes.
Add yourself to the national database and compare.
I don't know. I had virtual reality glasses since, I think it was 2015 around Thanksgiving, and I never wore them till like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I can't imagine if I bought this, I would wear it.
10 years down the road, you're like, let's bust out this thing.
If I'm not going to wear something cool that would be really fun when I'm stoned, I'm probably not putting an exercise band on my dick.
The rust time. Do, 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 do.
I would like to know if there's some kind of voice sensor where it can tell if somebody's yelling harder, if that actually plays into your thrust proportion.
Well, I think it has to if you're a good listener.
I just want to know the peer pressure rate of thrusting. It's like, oh, I have to. She told me to. Which if she tells you to, you kind of do have to.
It's a demand. Yeah. Just slow down just to piss her off. No, bitch.
I would love to see that.
This device is just going to change the way America has sexual intercourse.
It would be the most boring porn ever. But I would be laughing my ass off.
Worth it.
Yeah, why not? Well, the last thing we're going to get into is this week's Dumbass of the Year. This week's Dumbass of the Year is me for fucking up February's Dumbass of the Year episode with the debut of Benny Mac. I've been waiting for Benny Mac to come on the show since I started this show. He's from New Zealand, very entertaining guy, and I'm using new software now to publish the show. I accidentally published it as a WAV file, which is 10 to 100 times more more file size than an MP3. And I didn't really catch that. I wondered why the downloads weren't usually where they are. And then I realized maybe, I don't know, it was hours later. I got to change now. If you haven't heard the episode, you can go to wedon'thavecookies.com, go to the show section, and right-click on the play button to download it, or just click on the play button and listen to it. And if you've already heard that episode, I said that I'd have Beach from Australia on this week, but I've already got 3 to 4 episodes coming out this week, so that'll be on next week. And I hope everybody's enjoying the extra shows. It looks like we're going to have 3 or 4 come out each week for the next couple of weeks. And I said that I was booked up through June, and I am, but then I just keep adding other people. So I've told a couple of people that I couldn't put them on till July. Maybe I can get you in sooner. So if you're listening to this and you want to be on the show, send me an email. It'll be a couple of weeks, but what the fuck? I don't know. Now, actually, this week's Dumbass of the Year goes to a man who vowed to eat Jason Segel's picture every day on YouTube until the actor eats his.
Yes.
I don't understand that guy. I want him to be on the show. I really doubt he will be on the show. I guess Huffington Post tried to get an interview with him, and he wouldn't talk to them, so I really doubt he's going to talk to me.
I think he should, and I would love to hear that.
I would, too. I got a lot of questions for the guy.
I think I almost get the logic. Not quite, but almost.
He can't do this very long, can he?
I mean, I guess it depends on how much fibers. I mean, it's, you gotta...
He got like a full-size picture, like the 8x10 pictures.
Did he chew it or just kind of like swallow it whole?
No, he took a bite and just would chew it up, swallow it, take another bite. I forget how long it took the guy, but...
So just like eating food, but...
Yeah. Yeah. You can't do that for months. And I really don't see the guy eating his picture either.
He'll probably be fine, and you know what? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll prove us all wrong. We're just being pessimistic here. Dreams happen. They come true.
If I was the actor, I would just see how long it would take for the guy to give up and hope for the best. I would even troll him and send him emails like, hey, man, send me a picture. I'm going to eat it. Just keep up the good fight till I get that picture. Then I would tell him, hey, I got something that said that it was returned to you. Could you please send it back and just see if I can get this guy to use my picture for about 3 years.
Oh, the man dies and he feels remorse.
I think he set the threshold too high, too. Saying you're going to do it every day.
I wonder if he's like been practicing building up to this moment, is just now going public with it, or is this like a new venture for him? It's like a New Year's resolution.
He started off eating wallet-sized pictures.
He's built his way up.
It was just a fetish he didn't tell anybody about.
He's a professional now.
Every night before he went to bed, he just ate these little mini pictures. He thought, you know what? I can do something with this. He was trying to be on My Weird Obsession, and then he decided he was just going to go his own way. Is that still a show?
No.
No?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've seen a couple episodes where people would eat like their couch cushions and shit, and just weird stuff.
I wish I could do that.
I need to find out if that show's still on. I'll try to get some of those people on the show.
Yes. I can barely eat a bowl of cereal without getting it on myself, so I don't know how people are eating pillows.
It's so weird.
It's done, yeah.
Yeah, she would just get around the couch, unzip the cushion cover, and just take little pinches of the pillow casing inside the cushion and would eat her sofa.
You think you know weird people, and then you get out there and like, nope.
Yeah, there's some freaks out there.
I love them.
Oh, yeah, my show's going to be built around them pretty soon.
I can tell. You've started today, right?
That's funny.
Tell you what I'm going to do later is Google that cat video, because apparently I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. Oh, it's not alive. It's a good thing I don't take care of animals, like, you know, professionally. Like, how's my dog doing? Good, totally alive. Like, man, my dog is so dead. Whoops.
Do you have a dog or a cat?
Well, I have a kid and 2 cats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, they are alive.
Okay, yeah. That's good.
Yeah. I also have a corn snake. And she's, like, mostly alive.
I used to have a pet snake. I love that thing.
What kind?
It was, I looked it up. This has been forever ago, like 10 years ago.
Okay.
We went camping, and it just, somebody threw it in my tent trying to be funny, and I kept it, and I brought it home, and...
You're like, hey, Rufus, come home with me.
It was smaller than a pencil. It sounds weird. I thought it was cute. It's just this little black snake with an orange ring around its neck.
Yeah.
I didn't really know this, but they have their own personalities and stuff.
They do. They're very underrated, yes.
Yeah. I got it out. I would get it out of the tank a couple times a day, and I put it on my hand, and he was just like flipping around and having fun.
Yeah.
And I thought he was having a seizure or something. And my palms started getting sweaty, and he immediately like stopped and, you know, looked up at me, and I kind of felt bad that I ruined his time, but
it's like, hey, dude, you okay?
He clearly knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was like, holy shit, the thing's dying in my hand, and he was just having fun.
Did you ever figure out what kind it was?
No, I looked it up, and I used to know, but I completely forget now.
Sounds like it wasn't poisonous, and it all worked out, though.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah, whatever it was never supposed to get very big anyway, so that was kind of a bonus too.
Yeah.
The downside to that is it didn't get very big, so when it got out of its cage and got loose in the house, I never did find it.
Oh,
because it was so small, and it probably found its way outside or something.
No, it'll come back. It's still chilling. It's eating your crumbs. You'll find it one day, just hanging out in the corner.
Yeah, you never know.
Daphne got it once, and I just ransacked my entire house trying to find this little baby snake, and she was curled up in a ball right next to the tank under a towel. I just didn't check it. I spent like 2 days looking for her. Right there the whole time.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, do you got anything you want to talk about before we go?
I think we've covered everything that's happening.
Well, last week I was a guest on Izzy Rock's show. The podcast is called Tales from the Hard Side. Make sure you check that out. He was a great guest. And if you want to contact the show, send an email to jason@wedon'thavecookies.com, or you can call 929-266-9342 and leave a voicemail. This week, we will be having a special episode coming out Wednesday with Mama Kate, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that, and I'll talk to you then.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Tell your friends about the show and leave a review.
I'm probably not putting an exercise band on my dick.